He's running for city council right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah.
And I want things to be better for people that I know they deserve better. In order for that to happen, we have to have people that believe in those things. Like, I feel like that's the godliest thing to do, is to think of another person before you think of yourself.
You got any questions, Cody? I know you be involved in the community. You got any questions?
For Reggie, I know what Reggie about. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
What I mean? Plus, he answered the question I had for him.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's always just like win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
Do you continue to do what you're doing? Do you align? Do you support the people that's whoever's there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's funny is literally, I just got some talking to about that, about what you posted, and then I put the person with the heart, and then I put, of course, 10 years. Why would I not want to? Why would I want? That's like not listening to my mama or something, bro. Like, why would I not do that? Like, that just, to me, I know I don't know it all. I know I need elders to teach me about how I'm supposed to, like wearing suit and tie, like the thought of, bro. Like, that was not my. This whole year has been a whole mind-altering, life-altering, between my wife, between my mama and my daughter, and just people in general. Like, just not even being held accountable, but people literally saying, oh, you talked about this. Oh, you said this about this. And it's like, dang, like I did, but I didn't realize you were going to take it like that. I didn't have people, ninth grade, Skills on Wheels. He told me that what I said offended him and offended other people.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was saying that we need more of this.
Yeah.
Like this cannot be the only thing. And I guess when I said, I don't know if I said little or I called it a truck or I said bus. It was two different things. He told me I said truck. One lady said I said bus. And I said, well, between both of y'all, what did I say? Because the thought was, we can't just rely on Skills on Wheels to be the only mental health facility for kids in North Tulsa. Yeah. For people in North Tulsa. Yeah. It's like everybody don't like McDonald's. That don't make McDonald's bad. Yeah. But yeah, man, it just. That's what I was gonna say.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Level Up Conversation Podcast. I am your host, Jeremy Cornelius. And in studio today, I got one of my good friends, a guy that has been supporting me throughout all my endeavors. When I started this channel started off as a fitness channel, and now I'm just helping raising awareness in the community about, how we can level up, not as a community, but like it starts with yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my guest today. He's running for city council right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. None other than Reggie Williams Jr.
Hallelujah. Just thank you guys for the opportunity to be here. Of course, like he said, I'm big about supporting people. That's one of the things I think I was born for, was to support, to help, to be a servant, whether it's somebody that looks like me or not like me. But as long as you're doing something positive, I would just want to increase that knowledge and spread the word to people so they realize it's a lot of positive things out here. And that's my biggest thing, is making sure that positivity gets spread.
That's right. Amen. Yeah. And that's one of the things I was talking to my wife about last night is how sometimes in our community, especially, like how we don't really know how to talk to people, and so you saying that, it lets me know where your mindset is at, because we definitely got to learn how to talk to people out here. You
got to document this.
Yes, sir. And so, yeah, for sure. Yeah, do what you need to. You know what I'm saying? We do it live, baby.
I'm just happy, man. I'm happy. I'm just great. Like I said, life is great, man. I'm sharing this moment with my daughter right now. Being with you, bro. Like I said, it's doors have been open, rooms have been open. Just tables I'm sitting at. I'm just grateful for that opportunity. Win, lose, or draw. I'm here, and I've always been here. And so, if anything, more than anything, I'm gonna continue to be here. But now people have got to see me. I've made relationships. I've built with different people. Now I feel like it's the opportunity to be able to continue that walk, to continue that, that journey, because, that's been something that I've heard a lot of too, is like, well, where were these people at? And it's like, well, I've always been in the community. I've always been a North Tulsa repping person. I've always cared about the kids. The kids are like the number one thing for me when it comes to it, because how I got it when I was a kid. So, of course, trying to spread that knowledge and love is the biggest thing, you know. It's showing love and genuine love, and like I said, as much as possible, creating that dialogue amongst like-minded people that might view it different, might be different ages, different circumstances, different education, different backgrounds, shorts, t-shirts, to jeans, and to slacks and a sports coat, like that. It's just so many different avenues that I've seen, different people I've seen and been made aware of that really care about North Tulsa, and their voice hasn't been heard. So really trying to get that across as well.
Why did you? Because I've been knowing you.
Yeah, we all over, baby. We here.
Yeah, we here. I've been knowing you for a while, and this totally came out left field. Can you tell the people why you decided to start to run this year?
So like really the whole aspect of it, Mr. Joe Williams, Mr. Jack Henderson, some of the OGs were talking about certain things and how they felt about certain things. And like I said, I've always been a North Tulsa person. Everything I do is for North Tulsa, the representation and putting out that good message, from just going up to McLean, every morning and just, talking to kids, being a part of 100 Black Men, being part of Teddy, as well as Chamberlain Neighborhood Association. So like the thought of bettering North Tulsa has always been on my mind, but the thought of like city council, of getting some type of power, getting some type of seat behind the desk and really, being able to change things, not only physically, because that's the majority of what I'm doing is physical stuff. The stuff that city council consists of is more mental, more, paperwork, more advocating for certain things, passing certain procedures, policies, different programs and whatnot. But it was just really like the thought of changing and making my mom proud. Like I live for my mom, she's super important. My dad passed 2013, so I'm sure he would have been on this campaign trail with me if he was alive. And the things he instilled in me. And you can't really talk about change if you're not about the change. So it was really motivating. And then, hearing different people voice opinions of how they feel. And, I've always been a talkative person in so many words. So it's not like I can't talk, but sometimes I have to be careful how I talk or what I say. So now realizing that this position comes with power, and the thought of with power comes the necessity to want to change with the power. So the thought of, I've always cared about North Tulsa, but being able to get the opportunity to actually have some say-so and to get people behind me that I already have behind me in front of me that want to do something and give me the battery to be able to go out there and do that. And not to mention, of course, my daughter, seeing her grow, and she was president of her class in Marion Anderson, 5th grade, graduating. And it was like, God put us in this situation together. Like I said, she did her class president for her class. And then it was like, well, I'm running at the same time she already got it. So it's like, well, why not go ahead and, push this to the limit and see what can come with it. And I've definitely been blessed. Like I said, those whole doors being opened and being able to sit at different tables. I'm blessed for that. It's been a win-win no matter what, even though the stress with my wife and we only talk about politics all the time, and, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
I love it, man. Come on.
Yeah, this is different for me.
God is good.
That God is great, man.
Come on.
And they say never discuss religion and politics, man, but I had to do this one because it's very important. Because us in the community, we always talk about, we always talk, right? And we hardly ever do. And we have these people, they get together and they only do so much. So if you can talk to our people, and because you're living it out right now, you didn't talk about it, you're actually doing, and you're running for city council, which is a big thing.
Oh,
man.
my goodness, bro. Talk
to the people, man. Let them know how they can get out of that mindset to where they're just talking and not doing.
Well, I went through that phase. I was one of those, black kids, adults, grown-ups, whatever you want to call it, that didn't really look at politics, didn't really think it mattered. I still hear those stories of, they're going to put in who they want to put in. They're going to do this. They're going to do that, and all of that. Yeah. And that's fine and dandy. But I think after a while, if we come with the collective energy, we can change stuff. So, like, for me, that's super big, realizing that, like I said, I represent a big circle of people that look at things totally different. And I feel like with those people supporting and registering to vote and becoming understanding of that process, they gain a further understanding of how, you change things in your town first, and then you change things, at the city level, at the state level, and then you beyond that, and then eventually, who knows, we might become a blue state, or, we might become a different type of energy based off of the ground level becoming this. And then as we progress, it becomes more like-minded people instead of, him versus her and all of that stuff. And like, I really hate that part of it because like I was just saying when I came in, it's like, I love people. Yeah. So like if you got something going on and somebody don't like you, why should I not like you? No, that's man, I tell people all the time, my mama never whooped me. She tried one time. Okay. But my mama would whoop me if she found out I was hating on somebody. Like, bro, that's crazy to me, the thought that, such and such and this and that. And I don't know, I love everybody because I would want that energy back for me. Yeah. I would want you to care about me, even if somebody said, I don't mess with Reggie, don't go over there with Reggie, Reggie be there. It's like, no, bro, like let's separate your feelings and my feelings and come together for the betterment of us. You know what I'm saying? Right, yeah. And we got to be able to sacrifice. And so like, I feel like that's really big, is like understanding the concept of like, you got something going on, I'm not doing nothing right now. Let me share it till I can't share no more. Yeah. Maybe what you doing might give me something. Yeah. And I hope people get that. I hope people see that, man, I done seen Reggie sign about 8-9 times over here. Or I done seen Reggie with a T-shirt on. Or I done seen, his daughter with a shirt on. Or, people that don't even know me, but they supporting. And it's like, I would hope that you would get energy, you would get a battery in your back to be like, well, maybe I don't want to be city council because that's too much up front. But I definitely want to start going to the city council meetings, or I definitely want to create a club or organization. It's certain places out north that don't even get touched, and they could be touched if we got enough people to bind together, and build off of that. So I hope that this is motivation, this is inspiration. And even like I said, if you don't like me, I get it, whatever. But the thought of you get from what I'm doing something and you take that and you go try to cash that check in and you build off of what I did. So,
yeah. And that's one of the things that I do as well. When I first started, like I started in music and stuff like that, that was my passion. I didn't necessarily do it for, to try to make money off of it. I did it to motivate the younger artists, that it can actually be done. Like Absolutely. You can actually do it. You can actually put your whatever you think in your head, like you can actually put it out there. Yeah. And so that's exciting that you're doing that, especially for your daughter. You know what I'm saying? And we want to talk about that too, man, because I really hardly ever see you post any like crazy stuff. Like you're always about family, and I always see like you put long live pops and stuff like that. Talk about family and how important that is, especially in our community when they have all these stereotypes.
Well, me growing up and still having the same house that I grew up in is a blessing for me. Like that understanding of from a long time, it was a generational house. I would say my dad's people had it at one point. They allowed my dad to live in it with my mom, when they raised me in it. And now, my daughter is able to be in that house and see that and have other options and just the understanding of a unit, and she didn't get to see my dad, but I'm sure she hears stories from people about my dad as well as I do from people I've never met before. It's been a lot of going to different churches and stuff and people saying, oh, your mom's Rita Williams and your mom works at the health department. And at one point in time, they both used to work at Parkside, which is a mental health hospital. Yeah. So, of course, like mental health has always been big in my family about just needing support, needing, understanding, people that care about you. I'm texting my mom on the way coming, like, Mom, I'm getting ready to go on the show. They talking about this, they talking about that, Right. She's like, well, be confident, encouraging, motivating. Yeah. To this day, it's not something or a way my mom won't try to help because that's just what I know. So the thought of me being created in the light of a helper, a servant. You know, it's the dynamics. I salute you with your family, bro. You know, and the unity and the bond, and you know, you representing for us. You know, really, and that's big to me. Is, you know, like I said, my mom and dad were married when before they had me, and then like the whole journey of being quote unquote an only child. But it's several people I grew up with that I met at North Harvard, the Salvation Army, you know, or different schools I went to, that I grew up, and they became like brothers to me to this day. Like I still, you know, I see some of the guys coaching the Bulldogs. You know, I've grown up with them since we was, you know, knee high. So it's like that dynamic, and them being able to say, "How's Mama Rita?" Or, you know, "Sorry about your dad passing," and you know, just certain things that make me proud to be a junior. You know, like that speaks volumes. The thought of that I was created, and then my dad said, "You know what? I want him to be named after me." And then that going further, and then passing that on to kids, because like I said, I work at the North Maybe on Cincinnati, you know, and seeing a lot of kids that come from different dynamics and different backgrounds, and it affects me, even my coworkers, like talking about, you know, you guys don't understand the concept of being coach is what I refer to it. You know, like when you had a dad around, and you had like even a bonus dad. You know, I'm a bonus dad. And the thought of trying every time I get the opportunity to nail in that nail, you know, I have to pick how I do it, and getting that understanding from two parents. You know, when you have a dad around, sometimes he's tough, and then, you know, sometimes you have the mom, and in my situation, she's putting a Band-Aid on after the whooping. You know, in a lot of situations, you only getting it from one side, and it's tough for a parent. Trust me, because I catch myself in that situation of wanting to be tough. But God gave me a daughter, so like I'm not whooping all the time. Like if I tell her, you don't understand how lucky you are to not be a boy, because we'd be going outside and fighting and scrapping and doing all kind of, you know, boy and daddy stuff, you know? And well, I would call it manly, shall I say, or manly. But yeah, like the thought of having two sides and being able to get that love and still get that tough. You know, my daddy taking us outside, you know, and going fishing. And then my mama saying, "Boy, you smell like outside," you know, in the concept of like that love still coming, but yet being able to have that other side where you got dad coming in. So like for me, it's super important, that unity, that bond, and just making sure that we have love, because the kids, you know, that's what's important. You know, when they say daddy, man, the other day she said I was her best friend, man. I could cry about that, bro. Like right now, like just thinking about that and wanting her to understand the significance. Because I'm a YouTube person, so I'm going down these stores and these 13, 14-year-old kids losing their life over dumb stuff. And then knowing those kids really bothers me. You know, like that. That's sad to think that my daughter is 2 years younger than some of these people that have lost their life based off of decision making, based off of home life, based off of several things that I'm trying to save her from being a part of, you know? So, man, I'm so like grateful. I wish my dad could like fall down. I could give him a high five or something right now and tell him I appreciate them whoopings, because I know a lot of my friends, homeboys, didn't make it today based off of one whooping they didn't get, or one time that they got to go out and I didn't get to, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, life is crazy how it works, but I'm so grateful, man.
Yeah, we lost a lot of people. RIP to, you know, the people that we have lost. And it goes back to what you were saying too, and it's a blessing to be raised up under somebody that is involved in mental health, because that's something that we hardly ever get right. And so if you want to talk to the people about how they can get involved in, you know, because we go through so many things, like whether it's parents breaking up, or we've seen our homeboys get shot, or, you know, just losing people, like that is all traumatic, but we just try to tough it out, like, and go through it. You can talk to the people about mental health. So
for me, like I've gained a further understanding of life. Just, I mean, with this young lady next to me, I'm telling you, like the 10 years. Of course. I'm sorry. My daughter, as well as my wife, she's not here with me, but she's mentally with me. Just the concept of don't say too much, and, you know, don't do this and don't do that. And she has been a bright spot in my life. You know, like I talk about my dad a lot, because at one point I didn't like him, you know, because he was always on me, and I always felt like, you know, dang, why you always on me? But now, like, dealing with it, you know, 2013 is a long time. And every day feels like it just happened based off of things that are happening in my life that he didn't get to be a part of. And so like going to church, like I go to Covenant Family Church on 36, you know, and from time to time I'll just start crying. Yeah. And I catch myself, and of course my backup, she's like, you need a tear? I'm like, nah, baby, we embracing these tears, you know, it make me stronger, you know, I'm all about, you know, being grateful. And I feel like with the mental health aspect of it, I feel like you see certain people that made a decision and aren't as strong as some are. And you know, I tell a lot of people about, like with death, you know, the whole time heals wounds. Yeah, that sounds nice, but you gotta get something else out. You know, you gotta do something in remembrance of them. You can't be so caught up in, like you said, that whole toughness. And I've like thrown that out the window. I try to advocate that with the kids. Like, it's okay to be sad. Yeah. You know, Miss Reggie, you a cry? Yeah, I am a crybaby. Like I said, I might cry right now, bro, just the thought of, you know, bringing up old memories and stuff like that. Yeah. And so I feel like really just having an understanding, having somebody to talk to, and realizing that we're not perfect. You know, everybody's going to fall short of the glory. You know, everybody's not going to make it to the finish line the same way the next person made it. And sometimes that cycle of having to go through things is based off of your decision making. Sometimes you've got to get away from certain things that you might think are good that aren't good, you know, and I advocate for going to church. I advocate for having a person to talk to, whether it's your cousin, your auntie, somebody, you know, just being able to get it out. You know, I know people are like, oh, you can't tell everybody everything. Yeah. What they do with it is what they do with it. Yeah. What you get off your chest and what you say to that person, and you talk to that person and you tell that person, you just got to realize that it's up to God at that point. Like we don't have the best people in our group sometimes. That might be part of it. You might have to realize that you got to get away from those certain people in order to elevate your level, because like I said, there's been processes in my life from getting married to, you know, the whole, she's going to be in 6th grade this year coming up. Just certain things in my life where I'm just like, wow, life is going great. Like I'm seeing other people that are struggling with small things, you know, and things that I've went through as well. But I've come out on the other side based off of God, of course. Yeah. But just like realizing that I can't do it all alone. Like that's something my wife tells me all the time. And I lean on her probably too much, she says. But the thought of I need help. And I'm not as savvy as some people when it comes to certain things. So I'm going to advocate for having people in your corner that are maybe smarter than you in certain aspects, but yet and still, you got respect, they got respect for each other, and we able to come together and build, because that's my biggest thing as well, is like building it. Like putting a battery in your back. Like, bro, I'm so proud. Like I said, we walked in here and I'm like, bro, what's going on? Like, I had no idea what was getting. The whole, when I talk, you talk, and the camera switches and all, bro, I'm like, I'm amazed. Yeah. Like, I don't know if people know this. Like, I'm shocked because this is my first time being down here. Yeah. And seeing this, not like literally being on Greenwood, but being in this facility. Yeah. And being like, bro, this is something I can't wait to get out and put on Facebook and tell people, like, bro, this is big. Like, you can rent this space, you can come down and create, you can do whatever in this space. Yeah. And it's not super big, but it's on Greenwood. Yeah. And I'm happy. I'm so happy we got to do this, because like I said, I long for the day where people that came up with me are doing big things. Yeah. Like, bro, that's success. Yeah. That's we teammates. Yeah. You know, come on. You know, like I was telling you before, like dealing with, even with Jonathan, like, bro, the whole Navy, bro, oh my God, bro. Like, that's, yeah, man. I know you know, because that's your brother, but like I'm like, from the minute out of high school, like, bro, I already got this decision made, you know, and then really doing it. Yeah. You might not never see him ever, but the thought of this man is a North Tulsa person. Yeah. And he big dog in the Navy, bro. Like, seeing them pictures, and man, like, bro, that like it but it takes growth with that. Yeah. Because like when we were kids, it might have been something but now, I advocate for those things. I tell people, some people ain't supposed to go to college, bro. That's just off the top. Thanks. Some people need I guess you would call it tech school. But like that goes back to the whole, like we were saying with the mental health, bro. Just being able to be comfortable in your body and realizing you're going to make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. The person normally talking about you is probably wanting to be you. And they're mad that you're able to do what you're able to do for whatever reason. And we got to start asking people, how did you get where you got, man? Don't be afraid to get counseling from somebody that's higher up than you or somebody that's doing way better than you, because obviously they did something that was right. And just really loving each other, man. Like we could go on all day, but yeah, man, I love life, man, and I can't complain, man.
Yeah.
Like for what? Like
Right.
it just, it's a blessing, man. I'm grateful and I'm thankful to, like I said, to be in this room, to be alive, to be standing up, to count down to 6th grade. Like, we're a wildcat, bro. Like that's big.
Yeah, yeah. Hey man, yeah, we definitely rooting for you, man. And I seen you when I seen your name on the bandit signs outside, like they're all over town. Like it seemed like you was like one of the people that first started promoting this. And so I want everybody to understand, because I'm kind of like ignorant to politics and all of that stuff.
Oh, trust me, I'm running for something, but I'm learning like I just told. I'm telling you, I can't do certain things because certain people feel a way about that.
Yeah.
That are quote unquote wanting to support. So it's like, oh no, you can't do that. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Like we was talking about being too nice.
Yeah.
Like, well, why would that be considered a bad thing?
Yeah.
You can't be too mean. You can't be too nice. You got to be like in the middle somewhere. And it's like, for me, I'd rather somebody be too nice than be mean, man. Like, I'm not going to even lie to you, bro. I'm not saying you got to like, oh yeah, you get to do whatever you want. But I'm saying like that positive energy, man. I feel like when you're mean, like it's something inside, like why you're mean.
Yeah.
Or why your blood is getting, like.
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out, man. Because I see it all the time too, especially in our community, man. It's a lot of hostility. It's a lot of trying to kick people while they're down, and just too much negativity, man. So I'm glad I got you on here, man, because you definitely bring in that positive light. And I always tell people, there's a lot of Christians out here, but you have to see the light in somebody to know that they're an actual Christian. You know what I'm saying? People can talk about it all day long.
Blue in the face.
Yeah, but some people are just totally, totally evil, man.
Man, and I hate that thought because, like I said, it was something my mom used to say when I was little. Like it's so much easier to be negative. Like it takes energy to smile. Like you can walk around with a frown on your face all day, and to smile, you gotta you gotta feel good. I mean, that it's crazy the thought that it's like you said, it's so many like monsters of people that are like just and it's like, why? Like you alive? Like it's like we said, bro. It's people that died that we knew, we grew up with. Just the thought of, bro. I'm not like trying to like bring, but like when you was in high school, or even middle school, where you are now, come on, bro. Like, well, in so many words, you could have been dead way before you even created a family.
Right. Yeah.
It's so many of us like that, bro, that have testimonies to be like I'm telling you, dude, this is not the life. Yeah. And you could have fell into that pocket of one of the fallings. Yeah. And it's like realizing that concept of like, bro, like, man, I am so like, I'm struggling to pay this bill, or I'm struggling to make sure I got this money, or we go to Tropical Smoothie and it's like $13. I'm like, baby, you can have Tropical Smoothie, but I'm not getting Tropical Smoothie. Yeah, and it's like the thought of we able to do Tropical Smoothie if that's what she want. Yeah. Like, bro, that's I know that's like, oh, that's small, but like, you think about $13 for some people, bro. Yeah. That's a whole week.
Especially now.
Bro, gas money and all that stuff. Man, nah, bro.
The light bill's been crazy too.
Bro, that whole ball game, I was seeing some on Facebook and it's like $200, like a flat rate of $200.
Yeah.
Like,
I've seen 700.
Oh, no. Yes. No, absolutely. But it was a lady that was talking on Facebook and she was saying that she got it set up where it's only 200. Like her bill is gonna stay 200. But I'm like, I know, but it's not gonna stay 200, but she's probably gonna end up paying in the back end. Yeah. Or she's probably still owing or something. But the thought of, like you said, $700. Yeah. Bro, like it's, oh man.
Yeah, that's crazy. So remind me of the campaign, right? Your slogan is fresh leadership, right?
Yes, sir.
For people seeing that, because they can, drive around town, I see it. What does that mean to you?
Well, honestly, I mean, 42. So obviously I've been in around Tulsa all my life, but the thought of being in a position and dealing with people that are fresh, younger, more energetic, to be outside advocating for certain programs that they've been seeing not happen, or advocating for certain things that they feel should be happening, or things that are happening, and being able to push that forward. Because like I said, it's certain places that need to be mowed, or certain places that need trees to be hauled off. That's not happening based off of the city's already spread thin. So it's certain people that, as myself, that's something that I enjoy. Manual labor. I love to be sweaty, and like it reminds me of playing football. Like the concept of working hard.
Yeah.
And it's people that I talk to every day. And I'm like, bro, get ready. I'm telling you, guys that cut grass for a living, people that I've grown up with that are landscapers or doing certain things. There's certain properties that I'm just waiting for it to be okay to be able to go over there and do that. Or not even be okay, but just go over there and touch it. Like, hey, bro, I'm telling you, get ready. I send pictures to some of my friends. Like, hey, this property over here, get ready for this. This is like just encouraging the thought of new, like energy. Like when I'm talking, like it's not just talk, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it's like, you get a new coach and it's like, well, I don't know if he knows as much as the old coach. And it's like, it's understood. Yeah. But guess what? I'm going to be down there doing the same play that you're doing. I'm going to be running with you. So the thought of doing something that everybody else is doing, but wanting to do it compared to not choosing to do it, the thought of fresh. Like I'm going in, I don't have no problems with like I told you, I'm not beefing with nobody.
Yeah.
I don't only go over here. I don't only go over there. No, I want to go all over. Yeah. And then I want them to feel like they can come together. And that's part of the fresh leadership for me, is being able to take you, to take her, and be like, hey, I know you, I know him. What we arguing about don't even matter, man. Like really, if we come together enough, they gonna realize that they gotta respect what we doing. And I feel like that's where we miss it. Is like we arguing over, you want this nickel, they want that nickel.
Yeah.
So let's come together and break it down. Like it shouldn't. First of all, it shouldn't be about money. And that's where I feel like we end up messing up, is that it's a certain pile of money that they want to be a part of and they want to be a part of. We should be over the betterment of the people. So one time you might get more. But guess what? In the back end, you're going to bless me. Yeah. And then understanding that, like dialogue, creating conversations. Like when you're new and it's fresh, it's like when you get that hot and ready pizza from Little Caesars.
Yeah.
That's and I don't even know, no knock to any other pizza, but that's just popped off my mind. Yeah. Hot and ready. Like fresh, that fresh pizza. Yeah. And you eating it, like, bro, that's the concept I want to put out there to people, is realizing that that's what I want to bring to you. Yeah. Like, it's too hot. You see the smoke coming, but it's so good when you get that fresh slice or that fresh chicken wing or that, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the thought. I want people to understand. It's like it's cool. Like leftovers, all of that is good. Thanksgiving. But when you first get that Thanksgiving meal and they like, it's time to eat, like you cutting that turkey, that first slice, bro, digging in that mac and cheese and the cheese pool, man, I'm like, that's the concept for me. Like when I speak to that fresh leadership, it's something brand new that hasn't been tainted, that's not in this to make them happy. I'm in here to make everybody happy. Yeah. And the people that might not be happy about it, hopefully in the long run, I can get you to understand this is why you need to be happy. Yeah. Because I'm doing it for y'all. Like it's never a me. It's always a we. Like I'm telling you, Big Hog, like bro, it's so much fun to see the smile on somebody's face. Yeah. Like I at the club, I'm like the candy dude. Even at my church, my daughter, she goes to the children's church, and they take the bag of candy, and the kids are like, Mr. Reggie, thank you. Or they see it like bro, that just, it makes me feel good to be a giver, bro. Yeah. Like real talk. Like I'm broke, but I got $1 in my pocket, a nickel or something. I'm able to help a kid. Yeah. Bro, that feels so much good for that kid to be like, I asked everybody and they said no, but you said yes. Yeah. So now I'm the person that you come ask that's a blessing that I'm able to do that. And it don't make me or break me. Like it helps me be better. So like the thought of, I want to give. Yeah. And that fresh leadership is part of giving. Like I said, like wanting to do things unconditionally without any, I'm doing this because I need you to do something for me type energy. Yeah. Like just First day of school, brand new shoes, man. You fresh. Like, yeah, like the understanding, laying them clothes out and being prepared for the next day.
Yeah.
Fresh energy.
So it's all coming to Tulsa. So day one, like, give me a vision of how you see Tulsa. Like, you're elected and you get into office. What is your first mission?
My first mission.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so many, but my main thing, I want to revitalize. I want to bring back the thought of Northland. You know, like I was Googling earlier, and the concept of, we used to have like a J.C. Penney's.
I remember
And
that.
a Dillard's.
Yeah.
Like where our church is used to be a shopping center. Like it used to, not a shopping center. It used to be like a big store.
Strip mall or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And so the thought of like just revitalizing certain things, bringing back the energy of love and compassion and being able to be self-sufficient. Like I hate the thought that stuff isn't here because people stole or whatever they, ideal they want to create is that it's gang violence or whatever. Like it's really way different than it used to be. Like the way the police and people complaining about that, it's always been a problem, colors versus the white people and all of that. But I feel like it's so much different. I mean, it might be different in different pockets, but I feel like it's so much different than what it used to be. Yeah. The thought of the stories that I heard, the thought of people that I knew growing up, hearing the stories. I'm sure it's people that are dealing with things, but I'm saying from my perspective, from my avenue, from people that I deal with, it's totally different. Just the understanding of being able to go to the store or, like I talk about Gibbs. Like the thought of, having certain places where you could go get candy or you could just talk to somebody that's older than you and be like, oh, how you doing?
Yeah.
One of the homies was talking about, why did they close the burger down? Like certain places, why do they we can't carry it on. Like I hate that thought of having these buildings, having these facilities, having people, whether they're in a food truck. Why come they can't get into the brick and the mortar? Like that's super big to me. Like seeing a guy and he's got a food truck and we were talking about the Frios across. Yeah. And it's like they have a food truck or they have a way to sell mobile ice cream and go different places. Why come that's not created for a lot of other people that I'm sure will be able to do it? Why is that not being able to be advocated for? Or the thought of why aren't they wanting to learn from them? Like why is that separate? You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on right now? Like why is this not bigger? Mm-hmm. Not even saying this isn't big, but why isn't it more people saying, you know what, man, we need to get down there? Yeah. Like why is this not talked about more? Spread it across North Tulsa more. The thought of certain things happening and people don't even know about it. Like I'm upset that I didn't know about this before. Yeah. I'm so happy that got to get in another room again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's grace of God, of course. But if I'm not running for District 1, I might not even know about this. Yeah. Just based off of how my bubble is and what's going on in this bubble. Yeah. And then so now I learned, and so it would only be right for me to share as much as possible to get that word out. And I feel like that's what happens a lot, whether it's on purpose or it's accidental. But we got to open the gates for any and everybody. And I think that's probably one of the things, too. Is people scared of competition. Like, I'm scared that if I let you get in my room, you might take my room. Yeah. And it's like, well, that's part of life. Like, if I don't do what I need to do, somebody's going to take my job. Or they're going to fire you. Yeah. So either way it goes, if you're not doing what you need to do, people are going to replace you no matter what. But the thought of, if I don't let you hear it all, you can't never learn about this. You can't never do anything about this. No, that to me that sucks because then you're not letting the young, like you said, the younger guys come in. Yeah. And you're a rapper or you're this or you're that. And it's like, well, I couldn't get it out for rapping. So I'm not going to tell such and such about, man, you should really start doing it like this. And it's like, no. I want my people to be as blessed as possible, man. Mm. And even if it ain't me, like the feeling of being next to you. Yeah. Like kids getting drafted in the NFL or somebody doing good in school. And it's like, man, I'm so happy you're doing good. I'm so glad, Yeah, like just that energy, man. It's so crazy.
Yeah, I had to switch my mindset, man, because I definitely like we was talking about my brother. He went off to the Navy, and that's when I started, delving into like the streets and stuff like that. But it wasn't until I decided to switch my mindset, and also God, he came into my life, and my mind was renewed.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
it's crazy to be, man, it's like taking a bath and you've been dirty for a minute. And rinsing, like you done played in the grass or you all itchy or something, and you get in that water, man, and you get a good soap, and then you step out and you got some fresh clothes. It's like, man, what was I doing?
Yeah.
Like in the thought of why come more people don't see that? But see, that's another one of those things though. It's like understanding that, hey, you've been blessed to see another day. You've been blessed to be in a certain ball game, a certain field. Bro, you gotta go catch as many flies with that honey as possible, bro.
Yeah.
And even if sometimes they act ungrateful and they do that, what do you expect somebody that ain't never seen somebody give them something do? Yeah. Like I deal with the kids. Like I'm like, thank you. Like you welcome. Yeah. Like it's like holding the door open and the lady walk or whoever, and they don't say anything. And it's like, really? Like, but see, that's how the devil will work too, bro. He'll get you thinking about that instead of just realizing your service was just to help. Yeah. And not even look at nothing else. Just worry about that focus of that helping. And then once you get done helping, that's it. I catch myself in that, like, man, you taking advantage of me, man. Yeah. Like I'm dropping your kid off weekly. Yeah. Every other week, or I'm doing this for your kid, or this, that, and the other, or can you do this? And it's like, are you asking me to do that because you know I'm gonna say yes? Or are you asking me to do that because you just don't want to come? You know what I mean? Like, and that's crazy how life will work. But then I catch myself and I'm like, well, I'm just glad that my daughter don't need somebody to come pick her up. Yeah. I'm glad I'm able to do this for her. I'm glad I'm able to be in positions for somebody else's kid. And of course, you always got to look at it. God wants you to do that because maybe in that other situation, something else would have happened. Or maybe you able to talk to this kid, because trust me, it's relationships that I've built with kids that, oh, Mr. Reggie's mean to me. And then now you begging for Mr. Reggie to come pick you up. Yeah. Hey, are we hanging out this weekend? Or are we going to go get pizza? Or are we going to, and it's like, that's how it works. Like you got to realize a lot of people aren't, of course, where you are, but they've never seen where you are. They've never seen a pine in Peoria, bro. Mm-hmm. Like realizing that it's a lot of people that's all they know. Yeah. McDonald's, churches, Popeyes, like that's it. Like the new thing is the crab legs and stuff. And you see, it's like, bro, I'm telling you, like just the thought of people are broadening their spectrums on what they choosing to eat. Hello. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm sure my pastor Coco, he cracks me up about the whole shrimp and the roaches and all that stuff. But I love me some shrimp, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Like when I'm weighing the options of a McDonald's burger over some shrimp, bro. Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah. Like, come on. Like I was talking to somebody the other day. Just the thought of like asparagus, bro. Mm-hmm. Like for the long, I've never eaten asparagus. Like it was never the thought. Yeah. Now I'm grown, bro. I go to Olive Garden, I go to one of these places and they bring them asparagus, bro. I'm like, bro, what is it? The little
Brussels sprouts.
Bro, man. Yeah, I try to cook some Brussels sprouts, bro. Yeah. Like I'm telling you, like, and it's like we get so psyched out or we get so thought that, vegetables, oh my God, it's kids that they think potatoes consist of green vegetables. I ate a vegetable, I ate a potato, and it's like, bro, no. You gotta get you some greens in you to help you regulate. Like and then we go again with like what you grew up with, what was being put into you, and the thought of. That's part of that fresh leadership too, though. Like introducing things that people ain't even thinking about. People are so caught up in what's going on right here in this circle. The ones that's outside the circle don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. And that's what I was talking to my wife too about. We just talking about like how we were raised.
Man,
sometimes like we was raised different. And you grew up in a certain your mom, she dealt with mental health, so she probably knew all this stuff. But yeah, like greens and vegetables and stuff like that, and like sweet potatoes too, right? Sweet potato is healthy.
Oh my God,
but we
bro.
put butter and sugar and all of that stuff.
It's naturally sweet when you think about it, bro. Yeah, like it's one of those. And then the difference between the sweet potato and a regular potato. Yeah, like for the longest, like
right,
sweet potato fries, like bro, what? Nah, man, I need some French fries, you know, and then the training your mind.
Yeah.
Like I catch myself, like I really don't eat like red meat. So like turkey meat has been like the new thing. And it's like when I eat that, I feel different, bro.
Right.
Like I'm telling you, it be so many signs, and we be wondering why we mad, or we be wondering what's going on. Most of the time, it's what we eating.
Yeah.
And then you got to think about those babies. I know she get on me about it. She like Dr. Pepper, but I'm telling her, baby, that changes your whole skin.
Yeah.
Like that's what we big on. Like I'm sure she could do it by herself and tell you about how many times I be on her about certain stuff.
Yeah.
Just because I remember going through those phases in life where, you know, I'm at the dermatologist.
Yeah.
And they trying to figure out why come I'm breaking out all the time. And I'm thinking back then we wasn't pushing water in the 90s.
Yeah.
We was not, man. I don't even know. I hate to say that. I don't remember having bottled water.
Yeah.
I don't remember, you know, it was sink water. You know what I'm saying? You might have got the Brita filter or something, or put the filter on the water, but it was always from the sink. And now it's like you got access to something different, and it's like, well, they don't even like water. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I know that baby is dehydrated. And he don't know it. And I'm telling the kid, because I'm sports, bro, being outside.
Yeah.
And certain kids just like reacting to the weather different. Our kids having, you know, where hygiene, certain thing, bro, it's just tough because, like I said, I see it so much. And in the field I'm in, small things like deodorant, small things like a change of clothes, like you know, and it's multiple kids in the house.
Yeah.
So imagine if it's 5 of y'all, and then it's 2 older ones, 11, 10, 9, you know, for them 7 is old.
Yeah.
To me, I'm still trying to pour into that.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids are raising themselves, bro. And it sucks because then they go somewhere and they get taken advantage of. And that's another one of the things I'm telling her about. You know, like I said, with the YouTube stories and seeing people longing for relationships with people that are devils, man.
Yeah.
That are really controlled by the devil. They might not be, because we were all created to be great. But the thought of decisions, how life goes, being, you know, the innocence being taken. You know, even as an adult, you can be treated a certain way so many times and you won't even go over in a certain neighborhood.
Yeah.
Or you won't deal with a certain type of people because every time you go over there, this will happen.
Right.
And so you already, you know, Boys in the Hood, man.
Yeah.
Boys in the Hood is live every day, bro.
Yeah.
The thought of being scared of your own people. Furious said it, bro. We scared our own people. We scared because some kid might shoot us. We ain't gonna go tell that kid, man, put that gun down, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's stupid, man. Like the thought of my life is more important than your life. No, man. I'm living life. Don't take that, no. But I'm saying like that being an NFL star or being in the NFL, like, we got to let that go, bro, and pour into these babies and teach these babies that, yeah, it's good you can run a touchdown. Yeah, it's good you can shoot. But what's your grade point average?
Yeah.
What your school look like, you know? And for the ones doing great, I salute y'all. But you got to help somebody else more than you help yourself at times. I get it, you got to pour into yourself, but it's like, man, I see 4 or 5 kids that I know could use some more socks, or I know 4 or 5 kids that deodorant, or even just the concept of just getting them. You ain't even about to buy them nothing.
Yeah.
Go get a box of ice cream.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Go get a pack of hot dogs and go pull up in Mohawk, or go to Chamberlain. Well, Chamberlain's kind of getting constructed, but pull up to one of the small parks, man. Cheyenne, like John Starks, and just be outside. I'm telling you, these kids want time, man. They don't care about no money. A lot of these kids, they see money because that's what's being put in front of them.
Right. Yeah.
But when you talk to them kids and they really get down to the nitty gritty of it, they want to know how to make it.
Yeah.
They want to know how to get up out of that struggle that their mama and daddy be in, or their grandma, or whoever.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we definitely could talk all day about several things, bro, and understanding how grateful we are when we're able to make it past a certain age. Because, like, I remember that. Like, the thought of why we got to be dying at like 18 and 19?
Yeah.
You know, why is our life expectancy shorter? Why come we don't get it like that? And I didn't grow up like that because, like I said, I was considered spoiled. But, like, I had a bang of homeboys, I'm telling you, like Apache Manor. Man, it was a dude. I shout out Gable Richardson, Bubba, man. I love that little dude. And I think about times hanging with them. Like, and it was a whole nother, it was, bro, I'm telling you, like a culture shock. I had a friend named Sammy Beard, bro.
Oh, Sammy Bear, he go to my church.
Bro, that's my guy, bro.
Yeah,
Since
yeah.
we was little, he used to call me Big Red.
Yeah.
And we grew up together. And the crazy part, he's years ahead of me. But I would go over there and I would hang with him, and it was totally different than in my house.
Yeah.
You know, and I was blessed that we survived. And now, I mean, he's super thriving.
Oh, for sure.
You know, working a job for so long,
Yeah.
seeing his mama work, like he was in a household of success.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still were able to do certain things that might have gotten certain kids pushed over there, bro.
Yeah.
And the thought of now we're able to mentor to kids, or we're able to deter some of those kids. And that's my biggest thing with the fresh leadership, of course, is trying to change the narrative of trying to improve what these babies see every day. When you come from 56 and you walk down Peoria and you think about, what is it for me to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you,
nothing out there.
bro, when you go on MLK and you look and you see, man, they just tore down my school I used to go to. Like I think about that. Like people that Gilcrease used to be a big deal, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, like the thought of Gilcrease, even the thought of them changing like how Monroe's set up. Like it used to be like some rivals.
Yeah.
Like, and even kids from Monroe end up going to Booker T or whatever the energy was. It was always, even with Madison, like I think about that. Like, bro, when we used to play against Madison when I went to Carver, bro, my daddy got kicked out of a game because they dogpiled on me. And my daddy is picking up kids, throwing them because he thinks that they trying to get his son.
Yeah. Yeah.
He blacks out.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like that's what I'm from. That's what I'm from. Like I'm telling you, if my daddy is willing to sacrifice any and everything at that moment, and literally is taking kids and throwing them up off his son because he feel like they dogpiled on him. What when you see me in the streets and you think that I'm just talking?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, this is life. Because Lord willing, she meets one of those kids that I mentored and they better than they were before, and they treat her better than they did the other day before. Like I'm telling you, when we were going, we walk into school. And I'm telling these kids, bro, this is my hey, we not doing this with Marianne.
Yeah.
Even though Marianne cuts up too, I know, but I'm telling you, like, she got a daddy that's here, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Mary. I see him in public.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Marianne's daddy.
Yeah.
Wow, you remember me, little kid?
Yeah.
Like, that feels good, bro. That lets me know that what I'm doing is perfect.
Yeah.
And I could do more always, of course. And the thought of trying to get more like-minded men, like-minded parents in general, just to get on that same wave of being active.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and that's part of that fresh leadership too, bro. So
that's the mindset, man. That's definitely the mindset, man. That's one of the things I preach on here is mindset. So the city council, right? For someone that's watching this right now and they are confused because we see, Donald Trump in office, we see Kamala Harris, all the big names up top.
Yeah.
But most people don't know that it starts from your locality, like where you at locally. So if you're in, I guess, Wisconsin or something like that, and certain city, that's where it starts, and then it works its way up top. Tell people about city council.
So, I mean, for me, it's 9 seats, 9 different districts. Each district, well, of course, North Tulsa is the biggest one, of course. District 1, and then it goes, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Each district or each city council is responsible for whether advocating for things to come north or whatever district they're in. They're advocating for those things. They're a part of things that are happening, whether, like what you see with Chamberlain and groundbreaking ceremonies and different things like that. Budgets, setting up certain things to be spent a certain way, or, like I said, advocating for, like it was trying to think of it, like just redoing the parks, North Point, different places like that, being able to just put people in a different position, and then also hearing what people are dealing with, because we have the 311 where you can complain about certain things, whether it's dogs or, the lights or certain things like that. So really, I mean, it's like being a junior mayor in so many words for that district that you're responsible for. But of course, you answer to the mayor is the ultimate say-so of certain things. Yeah. But then taking it back, and then they basically come back, they huddle up, and whether it's somebody else's district or something else, they advocate for or against, you know, and they have meetings Wednesday down at the glass building. I believe it starts at 5. And I don't know why they do that like that, but you know, for the majority of people getting off work or trying to get their kids, it's tough to get to those meetings. They also air it on Channel 24, which is like the government channel of Tulsa. So depending on if you watch TV or not, or if you stream or whatever. And it's online too as well on YouTube. I've watched them, you know, and they talk about different things. And they allow people to speak as well, because we've been down a couple times when they were talking about it's a project that they're trying to put together as far as the money that the mayor has set aside, and they were talking about what to do with the money and certain procedures that people didn't agree with, that people agreed with. And it's a lot that goes into it as far as just being responsible for people and really listening to people's voices. You know, I feel like that's something that I've noticed even before even being in an office, is that people will hold you accountable way, way more. You know, they expect you to not even remember their name, but remember their face. Yeah. And if you quote something about them, to be able to say their name. You know, it's so crazy. 5 or 6 different situations where, you know, I've seen some on Facebook and I referenced it, and somehow it got back to that person, and I'm like, wow, like I didn't even know I can mention your name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to be respectful of that part and just say, you know, this person said something about this, or, you know, I thought this about that, and you know, then it's like, well, man, you made me feel a way about this. And I'm like, dang, like, I'm just talking. Like, I'm not like, I'm not just talking. First of all, let me clear that up, because that'll be cut up too. But I'm saying, like, I'm talking about things to draw attention to. I'm not talking about them to bash them. Like, I never, like, that's never been my thing, is to pillow talk, to hate, to try to stop the next man or woman's movement. Like, I want to advocate for those things to be heard. So that's why I'm talking about those things, you know, like even with the mental health, you know, and wanting more of that, wanting more places where people can go talk to people, and they're in places where people can't get to. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's transportation or, you know, it's kind of like with the dollar stores. You know, it's bad based off of, it takes away from getting a real grocery store, but it's good because if you look at the people that live in Jordan Plaza across from that dollar store right there, majority of those people are coming from over there. Yeah. And I've seen people come in that store and it's like, man, like they need help. Like not even mentally, but like clothing, like taking baths, you know, and certain things that I'm able to do. Yeah. You know, imagine being in a wheelchair all day.
Yeah, I see that a lot.
Bro, and you're wheeling yourself across the street. Cause you really, like, I can only imagine that to me, like, I felt alone, like, in this campaign where, like, I can't talk about certain things, but just imagine, like, your life consisting of that, living in a wheelchair. This is all you got. You really don't, you're not able to really get around like you want to. Mind you, you're not even thinking about how your outer appearance is, because you're so mentally flooded, you know, and so it's just tough, bro, because, like, I don't want to hurt feelings. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be negative. Yeah. And I want things to be better for people that I know they deserve better. You know what I'm saying? I hate being the only person that can eat when I could feed 20 more people. Like, bro, that's so weird to me. Like, you know, I've seen that, like, where friends go out and they like, well, I ain't got no money. I said, man, all y'all eating, bro. But one kid ain't eating because he don't have no money. Yeah, that's not a real, to me, that's, if anything, you can have half of what I got and I go half or whatever, but, like, I don't never want to be at the table when I can't make sure the next man ain't eating or at least getting something. Yeah. And that's biggest thing for me when it comes to city council, is realizing that it's people that's not eating, not literally, but mentally, physically, emotionally. Yeah. And it's a way that I could create that dialogue for them to be able to eat. So, you know, really looking out for that next man, whether I like them or not, whether they my friend or not, and realizing that by helping them, I'm actually helping North Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? So that would be like a wrap up of District 1 for me when it comes to being a city council.
That's awesome. Yeah, so it's where it starts, y'all. If y'all are wondering, you know, how you make a change, not just in your city, but in the world, this is where it all starts, man. City Council, got him here right now, Reggie Williams Jr. If you want to, man, take us out, talk to the people, let them know, where they can find you, how they can help out, your campaign, because it is next week. So I'm gonna try to get this out as soon as possible.
It's the 25th. I think we got
2 more weeks.
Yeah, give or take. Because today is what, the 11th, 12th?
Yeah.
So we got like 13 days.
It's like the 14th.
Yeah.
I think.
Today the 14th?
No, the 13th.
13th. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying it's right around the corner though.
Yeah.
So basically, you should get a voter's card or something telling you where to vote at. I would suggest trying to vote early. I would suggest talking to your boss about voting, because we really need to show up, and vote, because that right is super important. And like I said, I used to be one of those people that didn't look at it that way. Salute to my wife. Salute to just going on these trips. We've been to Louisiana. We've been to Memphis. We've been to, Kansas City, different places where it was different. The South was way different than, Oklahoma's tough. I'm not taking anything away from that. But the South was way different when it came to rights and not reviewing, but viewing us as equals. And I feel like that's super big. Like he was saying, if we get a certain energy at city council, that city council moves up to the Senate, to the state, to different programs that are going on that can be more for us, because that's the wave now is we don't have too many rec centers. We don't have too many like after school programs, stripping away certain things, because the thought for me is that in order for that to happen, we have to have people that believe in those things, and more people believing in those things, like the parks, the recreations, the after school programs, and people believing that, hey, we need to take that money away because they don't deserve it, and it's kind of like with the voting, it's a lot of programs that are going on that people don't know about based off of knowledge. And when you know more, you do more, you want to do better. And so I advocate for people, please, to get out and vote. I'm not saying you got to vote for me, but just getting out and voting means more to me than anything. And the accountability, the taking the time out to go out there and vote and to represent for whatever you believe in. It's other things that's going to be on that ballot as well. Research, please. I advocate researching, Googling, finding out things, triple checking things, and really looking out for things happening, because, we missed out on the minimum wage thing. And I know it's people that's not making, $7.50, but the thought of is people that's not making 15. So to me, that really sucks when people aren't making livable wages, yet it's people that's saying, well, I don't want to do that because that's going to take away from me. And it's like, there we go again. Like the sacrifice you make for somebody else is way bigger than the sacrifice of not looking out for somebody. Like, I feel like that's the godliest thing to do, is to think of another person before you think of yourself. And in the book it says, I should love my brother more than I love myself, because I'm not gonna do right by myself, yet by not loving him, so why not love him more? Why not give him more energy? Why not give him more compassion, sympathy, empathy, like all of those things, in order to realize that we need each other. I'm only as good as the weakest link. So if we all strong, then you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense. The whole quote, Coco says is, I'd rather have 100 lions than 1,000 kitty cats. And it's like, bro, if we can get enough like-minded people in the building to stand up and demand certain things, they have no choice but to listen. And then once they listen and we vote on it, then they have no choice but to follow through with it, because we done voted it in. So just making sure you stand up for something, because you'll fall for anything if you don't, man. And I just really want to advocate for supporting North Tulsa, man, supporting anything positive, man, and getting away from the negative and stirring it up. Like you're just as guilty. Even if you're not saying something negative, but it could turn into something negative, you got to realize that you have to jump in front of something that you might have said in order for people not to view it as something negative. And I've caught myself in that situation several times over this last year, where I'm having to say, that's not what I meant. What I meant was, we need more of this, or we need to help you become more, because just that is cool, but why not have more so we can touch more? So I just really advocate for that. I'm on Facebook, Reggie Williams Jr. I don't really do Instagram and the TikTok stuff, but my number is 918-850-4987. 918-850-4987. I'm open to talk. I'm open to text. I would prefer you text me first so I know who it is. the whole concept of spam and all that weird stuff. But yeah, man, I'm available. I'm North Tulsa, and I'm willing to check out anything. I'm willing to be a part of anything. Please, I welcome. You know, if you got a program going on, you got something that you're thinking about doing, I welcome being a part of it, helping. You know, if you need somebody to pick up some trash, or you need something touched up, or you need something hauled off, or you need some dogs wrangled. I'm not above nothing, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you, and I'm not scared of nothing since my daddy died. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm one of the Avengers, man. Yeah, I know, right? Call me the Hulk.
There you have it, y'all. This is Reggie Williams Jr. He gave you his number. He's an open book, man. And y'all make sure y'all get out there and vote. It is very important, man. Like we said, like it starts at the city council level. You know, fresh leadership is what he's about, man. And we definitely need young energy, you know, because most of these people is halfway out, you know, one foot in, 1 foot out, you know. But yeah. So this man has been supporting me, man. So it was only right for me to bring him on, man. And I believe in his message. I believe what he's bringing, man. A guy that's definitely leveled up his mindset, because we need more mindset shifts in our community, y'all. Amen. It is very imperative, man. So Reggie Williams, thank you so much for being on here, man.
Oh, man, definitely. I'm blessed, man. I'm so grateful for this opportunity, as well as just seeing the growth in both of us. Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? Because we definitely could have been doing something, destroying some stuff instead of uplifting some stuff. And I'm just grateful for God's grace and mercy is new. And I just appreciate praying mamas and grandmas and everybody that was praying for both of us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For us to be better than what we were, and to understand our come up was a testimony for the future, man. And I thank you for this, like I said again.
Amen. And there you have it, y'all. Catch y'all in the next episode.